Hi guys, so I just went to Charlton Memorial Hospital yesterday in Fall River, Massachusetts. Brought my daughter there for help. They refused to help her. They put her in the psych ward because she needs psychiatric help. We came all the way from Florida because I knew that she was supposed to have insurance up here still. She was only with me for a little bit. And when she asked to go in the hallway, even though people had been on the hallway all day, they decided to say, no, you can't. So she flipped out. I came in, asked what was happening. All I was doing was trying to get a nurse or a doctor or anybody, social worker, security, anybody who could calm her down. And they decided to kick me out of the hospital because I wouldn't shut up. No, I'm not going to fucking shut up if my daughter's being treated like that. She needed help. She went there for help. She was screaming because she didn't understand what was going on. She's 22, but she still didn't understand what was going on. They didn't communicate a damn thing to us. They didn't tell us that she couldn't leave. They told us she could sign herself out at any time. Then they decided to say, oh no, now you can't. So obviously as a mother, I'm going to protect my daughter and I'm going to say something to them. And then they're going to start yelling at me. So yes, I'm going to yell back. Do not yell at somebody who's already upset and scared that her daughter is suicidal or her daughter is going to do something to herself or her daughter's not going to get the help she needs and expect me to stay calm. That's not going to happen. You don't yell at somebody who's not calm already and try to calm them down. That is the last thing you do to somebody. All I was trying to do is get somebody in there to calm her down. The one nurse wouldn't even fucking do anything. And then the one nurse comes out yelling and, oh, you can't curse. It's like, you're already yelling at me. Of course I'm going to yell back at you. You don't get to yell at me for asking for a doctor or a nurse or somebody to tell us what's going on. We just wanted information. All you needed to do was calmly say, we will get you somebody, or calmly say, give me a minute to check into this. You don't get to start yelling at me and calling security and saying, getting me kicked out simply for trying to help my fucking daughter. I could see if I was yelling and screaming and throwing a fit over nothing, but this is because they started yelling at me first. They started yelling at her. Of course, like I said, any parent would agree with that. If you're yelling at me and my daughter for just asking for help and asking to talk to somebody, all I was doing was asking you for a nurse or somebody to calm her down because I couldn't. She's already upset. She's already scared. But instead of getting somebody to talk to her, you're going to yell and scream at me and her and expect me not to yell back. Not happening. So I'm going back there this morning. I already called security. They said it was fine for me to come up. We'll see what happens. I told them I would stay calm. I just need to know what's going on. They called me last night, told me what was going on, so it should be okay. Hopefully it is. But like I said, if you're going to yell and scream at somebody, don't yell and scream at somebody who's already scared. That is not the way to do that. And I'll update you guys later. Bye.